In today's video, we are going to some of the most aesthetic locations in Toronto, especially if you're looking to make content. So if you are a photographer, filmmaker, or content creator, really of any kind, and you're looking for those nice spots to make your videos or take your photos or build those lifestyle photo sets, this is the video for you, and I'm gonna show you where everything's at. So with that, let's jump on into it. So welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Brock Wonder. I am a street and lifestyle creator based in Toronto. And on this channel, we talk about how to live a more creative and impactful life. Kind of treat everything on this channel like a bit of a podcast. We have a podcast as well called the Wondercast. And everything that you're gonna find here is really how to level up your content creator journey. So with that, in today's video, we have a number of stops along the way in the city. I wanted to film this as a bit of a POV as well as a video with some really nice B-roll. So we're gonna be doing a little bit of a hybrid so you can see some of the more curated compositions as well as the raw footage taken on site. And these truly are the most accessible, best spots that you should visit in your time here, or if you're local, take advantage of for your content creation and capture them in your own unique way. So let's get on into it. So location number one is Toronto's Flatiron building. It's called the Gooderham building, and I have probably photographed this building more times than I can really count. It's my favorite piece of architecture to really capture in this city, just because it's actually so unique and has a beautiful backdrop of the CN Tower behind it. It's known for its triangular shape and red brick exterior, compact size because it's obviously a lot smaller than New York's, and this all kind of adds up to make it a really interesting subject. So if you're looking to grab some cool photos of the building itself for your Toronto portfolio or just for your trips away, this is the spot for you. Now, it's actually quite a historic landmark as well. And if you're building lifestyle photo sets around it, maybe for fashion or for just something for your own content creation purposes, it really leads to that nostalgic filmic look, which is perfect for editing that sort of style around this red brick area, especially from a storytelling component. We're gonna go to the next location in Toronto, which you've probably seen on Instagram repeatedly, which is Brookfield Place on the way to the financial district. It's probably considered the most unique indoor location in Toronto, especially with the availability of natural light. The possibilities for lifestyle photo sets is actually endless. And so there are a few reasons why you want to visit. If you're looking to capture architecture, which is something that I do repeatedly in this building, there are a couple of key photos that you can take, whether it's of the old building that they've built the modern facade around, or maybe down the hallway, which this is like the keystone feature of the middle of the atrium itself, and grabbing the big open entranceway. Another cool one is if you go down the steps, you can get a shot up the escalators and play around with your lighting and get a really cool shot with an interesting subject with the leading lines framing that person up potentially. Overall too, the details in the facility itself, whether it's the glass, the steel structures, the big columns, really just lead to an interesting walkabout. And if you're looking for a way to level up your content creation while you're visiting Toronto, filming some segments and B-roll clips in this area is 1000% worth your time, because this will then take us right through to the financial district. Now we're gonna kick this segment of the video off at TD Towers, which is arguably the most iconic location in the middle of the city. TD Towers, with its stark black buildings towering up, you get really cool compositions here. You can film amazing lifestyle videography right in the center, and there are some other pretty cool lookup shots along the way. The RBC building with its gold paneled windows, you get probably Toronto's second most iconic lookup shot, which is that very futuristic looking building. Overall, there's a really great mix of old and new in this part of the city, again leading that atmospheric effect that you might be able to capture if you have a keen eye for it. A lot of it is reliant on your levels and your ability to capture that though. Otherwise, if you're kind of remaining at that face value level, you're going to have a little bit of a tough time capturing the character of the city and the location. Now, once you're in the financial district, you can get to probably my second most favorite spot in the city, or at least my second most favorite building to photograph, which is Old City Hall. This is arguably, in my opinion, again, one of those like top iconic photo locations in the city. You get this straight leading line right to Old City Hall. Perfect shot of the building if you want to capture it looking its best. It also looks probably best in actually bad weather conditions, when you get those reflections on the ground, you get the rain pouring down, and just this overall moody vibe. I think the running joke with Toronto is that it does look better in the rain, or at least bad weather. And on this beautiful clear sky day, the character of this location, I think, actually doesn't get brought out, but it is 100% worth checking out, because between Old City Hall and TD Towers and this general financial district area, you get an unbelievable opportunity for street photography. Now, of course, we can wrap up the street photography here and go to one of the better spots for street photography, especially when there are events and festivals going on, which is Toronto's Distillery District. This holds a lot of the similar characteristics that the Gooderham building area does, except with the added mix that most of it is the original buildings that were here when it was first built. Now, there are a number of reasons why I love coming to the Distillery District for photography, especially on a day like today. There are just so many candid moments that I can take advantage of. The number one thing that I like photographing here is couples or engagement shoots or weddings. It's just a very popular spot. Now, if you are a lifestyle creator looking to make a reel or some sort of B-roll composition here, there are so many cool spots that you can go. One of the best spots is obviously with the clock tower and the Gooderham sign off behind it. That main square area has a lot of really nice elements. There's also the Spirit of York, which you can walk into, grab some cool shots. They do like gin tastings and that kind of thing. Have wood panels, plants. It's a really nice vibe. Of course, when you walk down to the east side of the Distillery District, where there's a lot more restaurants and they have that more vintagey feel, there's that love sign there, and you can get some really nice portraits there. I've shot that probably a few times, too many at this point, having somebody stand behind the locks, and then of course grabbing more lifestyle photos along the way before you exit. So really just a lot of opportunity here to get creative. The Distillery District is your spot to go, especially with the added bonus that there's all these little shops in the area, things that you can buy just to take home with, souvenirs, that kind of thing, if you are new to the city and want to combine your shopping destination with your content creation and memories that you can take home with you. Now, a bit of a wild card from that, we're actually going to go from the Distillery District all the way up to the ROM. And why I want to get to the ROM is because it's one of the most unique buildings in the city that was recently built. Again, one of the biggest characteristics of Toronto is that it is a great combination of old versus new. The building itself has a lot of details of really like ornate, I'm gonna say like architectural elements on it, whether it's old lion statues or just carvings into the bricks. The frames overall that you can capture here are amazing. I've done a few photo sets for lifestyle creative here just for portrait shoots. And so with that in mind, you can't go to the ROM without visiting Yorkville, especially if you're looking for really nice ambiance in your videos or your photos, and just a very clean, modern, I'm gonna say upscale area of the city. It's this little pocket just north of Bloor Street with some of the most expensive restaurants that you can go to, fashion boutiques, overall stunning cars that you can take photos of as well. And we're gonna do just that to wrap up today's video, to show you the location. Now, probably one of my favorite spots to do a lifestyle fashion shoot in front of as specific ideas, so you get that sort of older cafe feel with your photography and you get that vintage flair along with it. And so with that, I hope that gives you some ideas on locations that you can go to for your photos or video creation for whatever style of content that you're looking for when you visit Toronto. I hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, comment down below, let me know how your experience was. So with that, I'm gonna say thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.